Some people take their holiday decorations very seriously, but the houses that you're about to see take season's greetings to a whole new level. With $50,000 at stake, months of planning, neighbors are pulling out all the stops in the great Christmas light fight. Here's ABC's David Wright.
Silent night? Maybe if there's a power outage. And that seems to be a distinct possibility. In the great Christmas light fight, it's no longer about individual McMansions.
You already know what it is!
Like this one in El Paso, Texas, doing a Yuletide whip and nay-nay.
Now watch me whip, kill it. Now watch me nay-nay. Okay. Now watch me whip, whip. Watch me nay-nay.
This year, they're decking the halls of entire neighborhoods, like this one in Celebration, Florida. 11 houses synced up here to Michael Bublé.
That was a news report by ABC showing you the different neighborhoods going into battle for the best Christmas light display. People are actually spending months preparing for and then installing these mind-blowing light shows, some even costing upwards of $50,000. But even though most of us don't have the time, the money, or insanity levels to consider taking on anything like this, when all's said and done, you have to admire them, for they are relentless in their pursuit and have one goal in mind: to win the great Christmas light fight. Now let's get back to football. All of the most successful footballers are of this mindset. They too are relentless in their pursuit to win as many trophies as possible and become the most decorated players of all time. Imagine playing a whole football career of say 10 to 15 years and not tasting any sort of glory, not winning a pre-season cup or having a winner's medal wrapped around your neck. That must feel like a wasted career, right? But that is not what we're discussing today. It should be obvious, but we're diving into the footballers who have won the most trophies in football history. The elite few who turned silverware into a lifestyle. We'll explore how they played, the teams they starred for, the personal accolades they stacked up, and what made them serial winners in the first place. Welcome back. I'm just going to decorate this screen here with those buttons that you guys could and should press. They help us out and we can start collecting subscribers like the trophy hoarders in this video. Nice one. Alright, let's get into it. Football's most decorated players. Dani Alves. If trophies were a currency, Dani Alves could have bought himself a small country. With 43 major honours, the Brazilian right back sits near the very top of the mountain. At one point, he was officially the most decorated player in football history. His career wasn't just successful, it was downright greedy. Alves spent most of his career terrorising the right flank, but calling him a right back feels limiting. He played with the energy of a midfielder, the flair of a number 10, and the aggression of a street footballer who just got nutmegged. At Barcelona, under Pep Guardiola, he didn't just thrive, he became essential. Over 8 seasons, he helped the Catalan giants to 23 trophies, including 6 La Liga titles and 3 Champions Leagues. Before Barca, he won 2 UEFA Cups with Sevilla, and after, he picked up league titles with Juventus and PSG. Even in Mexico, during a short stint with UNAM, the medals kept coming. And with Brazil, he lifted 2 Copa Americas, 2 Confederation Cups, and Olympic gold, just for good measure. On a personal level, he was named in the FIFA Pro World 11 8 times and included in the UEFA Team of the Year 5 times. Not bad for someone who spent his whole career in one of the most underappreciated positions on the pitch. But that's Dani Alves. Wherever he went, success followed. He didn't just join winning teams, he made them better. You could drop him into a pub league on a Sunday and somehow he'd walk away with a treble. That's the Alves effect.
That's what she's looking at.
Now from the samba flair of Dani Alves to the man who might just be the greatest footballer of all time. Lionel Messi needs no introduction, but we'll give him one anyway. With 44 major trophies, he's not just one of football's most beloved figures, he's also one of the most successful. At the time of this recording, he's still going strong with Inter Miami, casually turning the MLS into his personal playground. At Barcelona, he won 35 trophies, including 10 La Liga titles, 7 Copa del Reys, and 4 Champions Leagues. Then came Paris, where he added 2 Ligue 1 titles with PSG. Even in the United States, he couldn't resist, lifting the League Cup in his debut season with Miami. For Argentina, he ended years of heartbreak with a triumphant run of the Copa America, the Finalissima, and finally the 2022 World Cup. It was the perfect full cycle moment in a career that's been filled with magic from the very beginning. Individually, Messi's honours list is absurd, just like his highlight reels. 8 Ballon d'Ors, the most in history, 6 European Golden Shoes, over 800 goals, countless Team of the Year selections, MVP awards, and records that may never be broken. But despite the stats, what made Messi truly special was how he did it. With grace, with genius, with a left foot that played like it was blessed by the footballing gods themselves. He didn't dominate through power, he glided, he passed, he caressed the game, and in return, the game gave him everything. And then there's Maxwell, the quiet genius of this list. He may not be a household name, but with 37 trophies, he's one of football's most quietly decorated players. Whilst others grabbed the headlines, Maxwell quietly collected medals, a master of being in the right place at the right time. His journey took him from Cruzeiro in Brazil to Ajax, where he became Dutch Footballer of the Year in 2004. Then came a move to Inter, where he helped to secure 3 Serie A titles. He joined Barcelona at the height of their dominance, winning 10 trophies, including La Liga and the Champions League. And just when most players would start winding down, Maxwell went to PSG, where he added another 14 trophies, becoming a cornerstone of their domestic dynasty. Maxwell didn't rely on flash or flair. He was calm, consistent and tactically sharp, a defender who you could trust, and clearly, the best team in Europe did just that. He never won the Ballon d'Or, and never needed to. His career proved that greatness doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it comes with quiet, steady brilliance. And 37 trophies later, Maxwell stands as one of football's greatest unsung winners. Now you can't talk about serial winners without mentioning Cristiano Ronaldo, a man who turned ambition into an art form. With 35 major trophies to his name and a legacy built on relentless excellence, Ronaldo is the embodiment of a footballer who simply refused to stop winning. From Sporting Lisbon to Manchester United, Real Madrid, Juventus and Al Nassr, Ronaldo's journey has taken him across 4 countries, 5 leagues and about 1 million headlines. But the numbers speak the loudest. At United he won 3 Premier League titles, an FA Cup and a Champions League before he was 24. At Real Madrid he entered God mode, lifting 2 La Liga titles, 4 Champions Leagues and 3 Club World Cups, while also becoming the club's all-time record goal scorer with an absurd 450 goals. Then came Juventus, where he added 2 Serie A titles, and now Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, where yes, even there the silverware continues. And he also led Portugal to their first ever international trophies, the 2016 Euros and the Nations League. The man just doesn't stop. His list of individual honours is ridiculous. 5 Ballon d'Ors, 4 European Golden Shoes and over 850 career goals, making him the top goal scorer in football history. He's been in the FIFA Pro World 11 15 times, won countless MVPs and set more records than some entire leagues. But Ronaldo's impact isn't just the stats, it's in the way he carries himself. Obsessively focused, freakishly fit and mentality sharper than most. He's a brand, a machine, a symbol of sheer determination. If Messi is the artist, Ronaldo is the architect. Cold, clinical, devastating, and always hungry for more. Next we go from flash and flair to a different kind of winner. A man who was never the face of his teams, but always the heart of them. Gerard Piqué, with 36 trophies, was the rock in the backline during one of the most dominant eras in club and international football. He started off at Manchester United, where under Sir Alex Ferguson, he won the Premier League, Champions League and the League Cup, even though he was just a youngster learning his craft. But it was at Barcelona where his career truly exploded. Over 14 glittering seasons at the Nou Camp, Piqué helped the club to 8 La Liga titles, 7 Copa del Reys and 3 Champions League trophies. Calm on the ball, intelligent in defence and utterly composed in big moments. He was built for the Barcelona system. With Spain, he formed a legendary partnership with Sergio Ramos, and the results were historic. He was a key figure in the side that won Euro 2012 and the 2010 World Cup, forming part of arguably the greatest international team ever established. Individually, he was never obsessed with personal awards, but he still earned his fair share. He was named in the UEFA Team of the Year, included in the FIFA Pro World 11, and selected as La Liga's best defender in 2010. He also won the Euro Team of the Tournament spot in 2012. Off the pitch, Piqué's charisma and leadership made him a captain in all but the armband. He understood the game both on and off the pitch and leaves behind a legacy of consistency, class, and nearly unmatched success at both club and international level. And finally, we arrive at the beating heart of every great Barcelona and Spain team of the 2000s. The metronome, the mastermind, Xavi Hernandez. With 33 major trophies, Xavi wasn't just a winner, he was a footballing philosopher. His career was about rhythm, precision, and control. He didn't need to score screamers or break into box-to-box sprints. He simply passed perfectly, endlessly, and usually with a purpose that bent entire games to his will. At Barcelona, he won everything multiple times over. 8 La Liga titles, 4 Champions Leagues, 3 Copa del Reys, and a long list of Super Cups and Club World Cups. With Spain, he helped orchestrate one of the most dominant international runs in footballing history, winning Euro 2008, the 2010 World Cup, and Euro 2012 in succession. What made Xavi truly special was how he made the simple look divine. He wasn't flashy, he didn't show off, he just kept the ball moving, found impossible angles, and never panicked. In fact, he may have invented the concept of footballing calm. His individual honours are nothing short of elite. He was voted UEFA Best Player in Europe in 2009, came third in the Ballon d'Or 3 years in a row, was named Player of the Tournament at Euro 2008, he was selected for 6 FIFA Pro World 11s, multiple UEFA Teams of the Year, and received the Golden Foot in 2020. But more than anything, Xavi left a tactical legacy. He didn't just play the game, he taught it. He made short passing fashionable, he showed that brains beat brawn. On the 6th of November 2021, Xavi returned to his former club Barcelona as the new manager, replacing Ronald Koeman on a contract until June 2024. He won the league in 2023, as well as the Supercopa de España. Xavi, just like his former manager, Pep Guardiola, has given playing opportunities to many La Masia graduates, the likes of Gavi, Pedri, Casado and Yamal. Whatever the case, he's passing on that philosophy to the new generation. If footballers were measured purely in trophies, Wendy Renard would be on a completely different planet. The towering French centre-back, standing at 6'2", she spent her entire senior career at Lyon, and in that time, she turned winning into an art form. She racked up a frankly ridiculous 35 major trophies with the club, including 18 Division 1 feminine titles, 9 Coupe de France feminine wins, and an unmatched 8 UEFA Women's Champions League crowns. Her playing style is as commanding as her presence. Aerial dominance, perfect timing in tackles, and the knack of popping up with crucial goals from set pieces. She's been Lyon's captain for over a decade and has also won the armband for France, earning over 150 caps since her debut in 2011. On a personal level, she's been named in the UEFA Women's Team of the Year multiple times, featured in the FIFA Pro World 11 and was a Ballon d'Or feminine nominee. More than just a serial winner, she's been the bedrock of the most dominant women's club side in history, a symbol of consistency, professionalism and sheer defensive excellence. Now if we're talking about winners, we can't leave out the one-man headline machine, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan has 34 major trophies to his name. Now imagine this. Zlatan has won a trophy every season of his career between 2002 and 2017 and had won the league title in 13 of the 15 seasons between those same years. He has won the league in 4 different countries, Holland, Italy, Spain and France, and no one in the world has won it in 5. At Ajax he picked up 2 Eredivisie titles, then in Italy he cleaned up 2 Serie A titles with Juve, then 3 in a row with Inter, followed by another with AC Milan, and again during his return years later. With Barcelona, despite a famously frosty relationship with Guardiola, he still left with a league title and several cups. But it was at Paris Saint-Germain where the Zlatan show really kicked into gear. In just 4 seasons, he won 4 league titles, 2 French Cups and 3 League Cups, scoring 156 goals in 180 games. At Manchester United, even in his mid-30s, he lifted the Europa League, the League Cup and the Community Shield. In terms of personal honours, it's almost hard to keep track. He won 13 Player of the Year awards in Sweden and was included in the FIFA Pro World 11 and named to the UEFA Team of the Year. He also won the Golden Foot in 2012 and has a statue back home, because of course he does. He's Zlatan. But beyond the numbers and the honours, Zlatan brought something few players ever do: theatre. He made every game feel like a stage. He made winning feel inevitable, and even if he didn't lift the trophy, you still remembered him, because Zlatan didn't just play football, he was football, at least if you ask him. So let's shift gears from the glitz of the elite leagues and head to the heart of Northern Irish football. Meet Noel Bailey, a one-club man for Lingfield, whose name might not ring bells outside Belfast, but whose trophy haul puts him among the most successful players in football history. He's won 40 major club titles.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, I know what you're thinking, but it's true. Listen, over a remarkable 22-year senior career between 1989 and 2011, Bailey played solely for Lingfield. Bailey's 40 major club titles consist of 10 league championships, 8 Irish Cups, 8 Irish League Cups, plus 1 Setanta Cup, 6 County Antrim Shields, 3 Irish FA Charity Shields, 2 Gold Cups, 2 Floodlit Cups, and 1 Ulster Cup. That's impressive. Even more impressive is that he made over 1,000 appearances for Linfield, 1,113 to be exact, highlighting not only his longevity but his unwavering loyalty. On the awards front, he was named as Ulster Footballer of the Year in 1993 and was honoured with an MBE in 2013 for his services to football in Northern Ireland. Bailey's tale is a fresh, heartfelt contrast from the global and European icons, a local legend who never left home, yet built an imperious legacy worth celebrating. His story blends consistency, loyalty, and undeniable success in an obscure context, bringing home some regional colour and encouragement for viewers that greatness isn't always about the limelight. We've just taken a journey through the lives of some of football's most decorated players. The men and the women who've collected more silverware than most clubs manage in a century. Both Xavi and Iniesta have won all but a few major trophies for one single club, whilst Cristiano Ronaldo and Maxwell have won numerous trophies for various clubs all over Europe. But my choice goes to Messi. And yeah, you're gonna say it's obvious, and maybe yes. When you think the whole world has been in search for the next Maradona for years, with many pretenders to the throne, then this guy comes along and becomes him, and then some. He's devastating dribbling, change of direction at speed, practically dominating La Liga and breaking every record possible for a decade, as well as damaging the reputation of some of Europe's best defenders. He won 35 trophies for Barcelona, including 10 leagues and numerous other cups, and ended the 28-year drought for Argentina, winning the Copa America and then matching Maradona to win the FIFA World Cup, and capped it all off by winning a record 8 Ballon d'Ors. Shows that this guy is relentless in his goal to become football's greatest player. Thank you, Messi, for everything you've given us. Winning a trophy is one of the greatest feelings a footballer can experience, but to do it over and over again, year after year, takes far more than just talent. It demands an unbreakable mentality, an obsession with improvement, and a willingness to push through the pain, fatigue, and pressures that come with constantly living at the very peak of the game. These players don't just turn up on match day and perform, they live for the grind, the extra training sessions, the countless sacrifices, and the ability to block out distractions when the world around them is watching. They have that rare mix of skill, discipline, and hunger that keeps them in environments where winning isn't just a bonus, but it's the only option. And while the medals and trophies are proof of their greatness, it's their drive, their mindset, their refusal to ever settle for less that truly sets them apart. We've just looked at some of the most decorated footballers in history. We've hoped you've enjoyed the video and were able to reminisce on the careers of some of the world's greats. Tell us in the comments who we've missed, and also, please let us know what other stories or topics you would like us to cover. But before you leave, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It would give us that winning feeling too, and would help us in our pursuit to becoming a great channel. Thanks for watching. Goodbye now. and see you next time on Football Central.